When you look at the word learn and the word earn, the only difference there is the L, which is the lesson. So the more you learn, the more you're going to earn. Hi, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome once again to Dominion Wealth Zone. My name is Julius Solutokun. It's good to see you once again. Today, we're going to be looking at another exciting topic that will benefit the community. Please do not forget to subscribe, to like, and to share as you're watching this so that other people can benefit from it. And also hit the notification button so that you can be prompted as soon as I release any other video. Without much ado, shall we continue? Today, I'll be speaking on the part 1 of building intergenerational wealth. Building intergenerational wealth is part 1 I'll be doing now, and I'll do the part 2 in the next episode. Building a legacy for your children, creating something that will outlive you, creating something that will outlive you, outlive your children, building a wealth that is sustainable, that the next generation can carry on, like the Coca-Cola, the Pepsi of this world, building something like that. How can you do it? We're going to be looking at that today. The first one is to invest in yourself. Invest in yourself. Try to study and learn more. The Holy Book says, study to show yourself approved. Study. Get yourself into some form of education on how to build wealth. You don't know it. I don't know it. I had to pay some years ago in order to begin this journey. I paid thousands of pounds. I've got the invoice. I had to pay. I have to learn. Then I am continuously learning. I learn from my mentors continually. I learn from teachers who have done the things that I want to do. I listen to them almost on a daily basis. I buy their courses. I pay for all these things. Invest in yourself. When you look at the word learn and the word earn, the only difference there is the L, which is the lesson. So the more you learn, the more you're going to earn. The pilot learned more than the air hostess. You understand? And the engineer learned more than the technician. The consultant in the hospital learned more than a junior doctor or a nurse. So the more you learn, the more you're going to earn. That's why when you're going to be promoted in any position, they will ask you to go for a course. You go for a training before you're promoted. So you invest in yourself. Now, what have you learned about wealth? I've always tell people that you need to read at least one book on finance every year. As a matter of fact, at my level, I read one book on finance every quarter. I don't want to say every month. Sometimes I read about 2 a quarter, but every quarter I must read one. There's one I'm reading now on this topic, how to build business that will outlive you, that you can pass down. I'm reading it now. I just started it last week. You understand? So invest in yourself by books, by going for training, pay for courses. You understand? Until you pay for it, you might not actually value it. That's number one. Number 2 thing you can do in building intergenerational wealth is to invest in real estates. Buy properties, buy lands, buy houses. My father, while he was alive, he invested in real estates. He bought lands. He bought some of them in the bush. Then, I remember I drove him to one of them in 1995 to pay for that land, and I thought he was wasting his money. After his death, one of the land was valued, and it was astronomical. I couldn't believe it. And I was telling myself, I will have bought about 50 of these plots. You understand? So invest in real estate, buy property. I live in the UK. There's a property I saw in 2008 for 45,000. Down the line, 2025, 17 years after, this property is worth 40,000. If you have bought about 2 of those properties today, you're going to have about 280,000 that you have. That's yours if you finish paying the mortgage. Ladies and gentlemen, invest in real estates. It helps to build intergenerational wealth. Your children can inherit that. Number 3 is to invest in the stock market. Stock market is very good, very dynamic. And when you want to invest in the stock market, invest in assets that appreciated over the years, at least for 10 years. As there's some assets that have appreciated for the past 20, 30, 40 years, like Coca-Cola, like Toyota, that they've appreciated over time. Facebook has appreciated for more than 10 years. So there's assets that when you look at the trajectory of that asset, you will see that they've appreciated over the years. Now, please don't take this as a financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Do your due diligence. But there are some premium stocks that when you invest your money into you can never ever get it wrong. So invest in assets that appreciate. It's very, very important. Number 4, teach your children about finance. Teach them about personal finance, institutional finance. Sometimes I open some of my investments, or I open them and I show my children. I say, look at this. Look at this investment. I bought it for this price, and this is how much is it now. I look at this ISA. I look at this property. I allow them to see some of them. I make them to see how much above it and how much it is it now, so that they can begin to think the way I think. Now, we were not open to that. Our parents didn't teach us about investment and finance. They only ask us to go to school. When you go to school, you're going to get a job, you get a car, you're going to be financially stable. But that message is no more for this generation. This generation needs to be taught about personal finance. They need to know how money or wealth is created. Number 5, create multiple streams of income. You invest in real estate, you have stock, have a side hustle by the side. You can look at buying and selling. You can look at other ways to make money. You can sell your skills. You can do online teaching. You can have a YouTube channel like this. Create multiple streams of income. God Almighty, in the book of Eden, he had 4 rivers for 2 people. Why 4 rivers for 2 people? Because he wanted them to have a multiple streams of income. Everything will not go down at the same time. Have your job. Make sure your job is there where you get your monthly income. Have real estate where you get your monthly returns also. Invest in stocks. Maybe quarterly or annually, you get returns from stocks. Have a side hustle where you can make money. Use your skills. Train people, teach people, develop your skills. Have something that will make you to generate an extra income. And I'm going to give you a caveat here, a warning here. Don't do something that someone said, if you give me this money, I'll give you this return every month. Well, if they have genuine business, it's good, but most people are out to scam you. If they have genuine business, you know what they are doing, it's very, very good. But if they don't, be careful about that. Don't put your money into that. Be careful and don't let somebody tell you, bring your money and invest it abroad for you. No, put your money where your eye can see. You understand? Put your money where your eye can see it. And number 6, and that's the final one, build a business that you can pass down. Build a business that your children can inherit. Build a business that your children can take on after you have gone. In fact, while you're here, they can be involved in, then after you're gone, they can continue it. That's how to build intergenerational business. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to stop in the part 1 here. I'll bring you in part 2 in the next episode. Don't forget to like, to share, and to subscribe onto my channel. And don't forget to hit the notification button. And I will see you on the other side of success.